This time on Street Rat Garage, that. So this is the story. I bought this sight unseen off of Facebook Marketplace. I sent the guy a message. What engine does it have? Well, it has 440 in it. Oh, 440. It was only $500. Well, I told him I will immediately be up there and I will purchase the vehicle. Please don't sell it. So he held it for me. I went up there. I gave him the money. You know, it doesn't run. I took the trailer up there. Went to load it on the trailer. Popped the cover off. The distributor is in the back. If you're a Mopar guy, you know that's not a 440. That's a 318 or a 360. Well, I already made the deal, so I brought it back here to the shop and just parked it where it's been sitting for 3, maybe 4 years. And it didn't run before that. So it probably, I don't know exactly, it's been sitting for about 7, 8, 9 years, give or take. I don't know what to do with it. So I wanted the 440 for one of the other projects. Now 360, yeah, if it's a 360, that's not so bad. So maybe we can still scavenge this engine and transmission and drop it into something. But we don't know if this runs. We don't know if the transmission is good. We don't know anything about this. So today we're gonna see if we can get this running, get this back out on the road, and see what we can put it in. Now, saving this as a camper and using it again is it's just not going to work. I mean, it is beat up. You can see somebody had to brace it up here. It's fallen apart like, you know, every other camper ever. It's been sitting up here. Somebody actually got in it, broke the door, ripped the stuff out of here. It was unlocked, so I don't know why they did that, but yeah, as you can see, this is a total piece of garbage. There's no cushions in it. We actually used the cushions on the Volkswagen bus revival. You can go back in the playlist and see that, but it had some old school cushions in there. We took those out and used them, but there's not much good in here. Everything is garbage. It's old. The seats, you know, seat has a little bit of a hole in it, but might be able to use that. Might be able to use some parts off of this for if we have a van. You know, the doors are pretty good, the fenders are pretty good, the hood's good. You know, miscellaneous parts here and there. We can use some stuff off there. It has, I don't know how old these tires are. We'll have to check the date, but the tires are actually in really good shape. So, yeah, we got really good tread on those. If they're not too old, maybe we can use them on the ramp truck. Take the tires off, put them on the other rims. But as far as a camper, this thing is total garbage. And somebody came back here and pulled the cord all out, and it's got a broken window. I don't know if that was somebody did that or what. Has a spare, and it is disgusting. What's that sticker say? I love camping at Rising Sun Campground, Montgomery, Indiana. I can't remember where Montgomery is. Probably down south. That's where all the good camping is. But okay, let's start on this camper and see what we can do. Well, first of all, let's jump in here underneath this hood that's been up for who knows how long. Is there a prop rod? I do not see a prop rod. Let's see, we need a top post battery. We need a prop rod. Do we have a key? It should still have a key in it. I'm pretty sure I left the key in it. Prop rod, here we go. One dirty stick. Yeah, that works. All right, I'm gonna grab a battery. We'll toss it in there, start cranking on it. If we get lucky, maybe it just fires right up. Right then, we have our Never Start quality $70 Walmart battery here. I don't mind buying these batteries because, quite frankly, most of them come from the same manufacturer. They just have a different sticker on it. So I just buy a value battery. Value battery just has a 1-year warranty on it. That's all you need. But most batteries are going to last a minimum of 3 years anyway. So you're paying extra for the sticker, basically, the warranty. That's what you're paying for. So just get the value battery. It's probably going to last 3 years from Walmart for like $70-ish, $72, $73, I think. It's fine. Battery is hooked up. And did we leave the key in here? Yes, there is the key right there. I already took the engine cover off when I first got it because I really wanted to check it out. And when I saw this distributor sitting in the back, yeah, I was done with it. $500, no big deal. Sit it back here and just let it sit. Anyway, will it turn over? That is a yes. So that's a good thing. We don't have to mess with the starter. Fuel. Okay, let's go get some fuel, spray it with something, or put a little gasoline in it and see if it just comes alive. Now, before we get too far into this craziness, we should check to see if it has oil, because I have a bad habit of not looking at the oil before I start up these old vehicles that have been sitting around forever. Look at the length on that dude. Oh, it's got oil in it. Smells a little gassy, but it's thick enough and it's cold enough out today. It should be fine. We're not going very far if we get it started. Now, I went ahead and grabbed a little bit of starting fluid, aka brake parts cleaner. So let's just hit that in there a little bit, give her a whirl around. If we get lucky, it just starts. Well, not good so far. Come on. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Let's see, a choke. That's resting on a choke there a little bit. Let's make sure the choke is closed. It's cold out today. Okay. Nope. It's not going to be that easy. So everything here appears to be intact. It has good wires, has a coil on it, carburetor, linkage, everything is hooked up on this, which is usually the case on most RVs. It has a old-fashioned vacuum cruise control. That's cool. Let's see. What do we need? We need spark. We already know we gave it fuel, so apparently we don't have any spark. So let's test the coil and see if, first of all, see if we're getting power to the coil. All right, we got our handy dandy test light. We got it grounded out. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the ignition on, and one of these is positive. It's so dirty I can't read it. Nothing there, and we have something there. Notice how it's kind of dim. That's probably because it's going through the ballast resistor. I imagine this probably has one on it somewhere. I can't see it, but the light is really dim. So I imagine that it doesn't need a full 12 volts in order to make this fire, which like most Dodges have a ballast resistor, but I'm not seeing it here. But as long as we're getting power, we should be good. Now, I don't remember exactly what year this is. See if it's on the door here. Is it here? What is this? This is a VIN number. That's the tonnage, just how much it weighs. That's a model. That's a make. Dodge. So that's Soto, S-O-T-O. It looks like DeSoto. Oh, Plymouth DeSoto Chrysler. What's that say? I can't read that one. Anyway, what year is this? Let's check it out. Not that it's, well, it is kind of that important. I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? 3872 gross weights. There it is. 12 of 76. So this is a 77 camper, which means it does not have points on it. So we're dealing with that goofy electronic ignition and those weird boxes, spark boxes and Chrysler stuff. Hopefully that's not our issue, or else we're going to have to go out and just buy a HEI Dodge distributor and stick it in there, because I don't deal with that very well at all. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and pull the coil wire out here and slide this back a bit, a good little bit. And then we're going to sort of shove this in here and let it hang loosely there, and see if we get spark jumping from the cap to the coil in there. Let's see if we got something. I didn't see anything. Maybe I'm not in there enough. We'll have to listen for it. I don't think we can see it. Okay, it's making noise. I don't think you can see it because I had to shove it, because the electrode is down there quite a bit. So yeah, our coil apparently, hopefully, is good enough. Get that all back in there. So we're getting power to the coil. The coil is sending spark into the distributor cap. Now what? Well, now we are going to pop the distributor cap off and have a look inside. It's got some junk in there. I don't know if you can see that very good, but sometimes when these sit around, they get moisture, which causes condensation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a screwdriver, and I'm just going to scrape these connections real good, put it back on, and see if that gives us our fire, or if we have to run down to the spark plugs to see if we have good spark plugs. Maybe our spark plugs are fouled out. Okay, I got my screwdriver, and I am just going to come in here and scrape the crud off of each terminal. Yeah, it's got a good little bit on there. So that could be our problem. Hopefully it's our problem. If not, we might have to go grab some spark plugs, because that's going to be about the last thing that's preventing us from getting a spark on there. I'm just going to hit these real, not gonna hit them too hard, because I don't want to scrape the coating off of there too much or damage them. I'm going to take my rotor button and I'm going to hit the end of it as well. Just get a little bit of junk off in there. This one's not too bad. It's dark, so I want it to be nice and shiny. And put it back. It doesn't have any points, like I said before. It's got this magnetic pickup on it though, which also could be bad, and that would not be good. But it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. Okay, so the distributor is locked down. It does have vacuum advance on it, which I thought it would have a sort of an electronic advance, which is good, and it's locked down good, so somebody hasn't been in here playing with it. The spark plug wires look good, so let's give it another whirl and see what she'll do. All right, we are ready again. Let's spray it real good. Give it a couple pumps. I don't know why I'm pumping it. You know there's not even any gas in the tank. All right, come on. Oh, that was something. A lot more than we had before. Why am I doing that? I have no idea. Spray some more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, well, it's puttering. It may just need more fuel. Let's see. I brought the boat tank. Let's go ahead and hook the boat tank up and see if we can prime the carburetor with it. That way we can add fuel to the float bowls and check to make sure, or see if the float's stuck and see if fuel just bubbles up. So let's do that. Okay, let's grab our handy dandy boat tank and get it in here. I like using this thing. It comes in so handy. That way you don't have to worry about what kind of weird gas you have in the fuel tank. If this has any gas in it, it's going to be nasty, and we definitely don't want to use it. And since we're not going to keep this vehicle, we're going to pull the drivetrain out of it. We don't need to clean the gas tank and drop it and all that other good junk. So let's hook this guy up real quick. Here is our fuel line coming in from the tank, and all that I'm going to do is just a solid line. I'm just going to come in here with the old snippers, and I really should be using a line cutting tool, but it's no big deal because I'm going to replace all this anyway. Come on. Boy, these are not sharp at all, and I'm doing nothing but smashing this line together. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to unbend the pinched end here, and then we'll slide our fuel line on it and pump some fuel into it. I had to unscrew it there. I really smashed that end flat, so I'm just going to take my probe here, test light end, and use this tool in a fashion in which it was not designed for. Bend that guy out to give me a big enough hole that I can use it. All right, let's put this back on, and that should work fine. Yeah, it's free and clear. Okay, I got everything hooked up here. The line right here onto the existing fuel line. I ran the wires through the firewall area there, and we have our boat tank. Do we have gas in this thing? Not very much, but it should be enough. Should be enough to get us started. Let's lean it back there a little bit. Is that good? Just got to make sure we have enough fuel sloshed to the back so it picks up. Now I'm gonna go plug this in, and we're gonna start feeding fuel to the carburetor, and hopefully it doesn't all just bubble out. All right, I got my wires to the boat tank hooked up here. Put the negative on, and there she goes. Can you hear it? There we go. It's a little bit loud. I don't know if it's picking up right now. Oh, that guy is so loud. It shouldn't be that loud when it picks up. Come on, get in there. Let me mess with this a little bit. I gotta get some fuel going through this fuel pump so we can try this out. This line's bent inside of there. Hold on. Okay, still a little bit loud, but I did get it primed a little bit. So nothing's coming out here, so I think we're good. And I can hear the accelerator pump is actually working. Now it's time to give this a try. Get my feet untangled from the wires. Hopefully this starts up. Let's just prime it a little bit. Come on, big money. Oh, nice. Wow, that's idling high. There we go. Keep it down a little bit. It's a little bit messy, but it seems to be working pretty good. All right. Oh, some little smoke come out, but not bad. Yeah, it sounds okay. Not too bad for sitting as long as it is. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's look and see if we have two pipes. I don't know if we have dual exhaust on this or just single exhaust. It only has a 2-barrel carburetor. It only has one exhaust. Oh, it has this generator. I forgot about the generator. 4,000 watts. What's a MC40? I don't know. Who makes that? Alternator data Generac. Oh, Generac? That's a Generac? Huh, nice. All right, they make good generators. And she's idling. I cannot believe it's actually idling that good. And our fuel pump, it's still making a little bit of noise, but it's getting fuel in there. Give it a couple revs. There we go. Now our fuel pump's starting to pick up. Yeah, that's kind of responsive, isn't it? Well, a little bit. Nice. Shouldn't do that, rev it up too hard right after it just come back to life. I think we should let that warm up for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll test the gears and see if we have any forwards and backwards. Hopefully we do. All right, let it warm up for about 5 minutes. It's still idling pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but still a little messy, but it's been sitting for a long time. Let's see if it has forward and reverse. Gotta see if we have some transmission in this guy. All right, here we go. We have drive. Oh, it moved. Come on, go. Oh, there it goes. Do we have reverse? Oh, I forgot to check and see if we have brakes. Apparently we have brakes, so we're good there. Reverse. Yeah. Forward again. We don't have any power steering. At least it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, we don't have any power steering. All right. We barely have any gas. Let's shut this down. Let's see if it'll restart. Yeah. Nice. It's been running for a little while now. About 10 minutes actually. Sounds pretty good. All right, we need some more gasoline. So, don't have any here. Let me turn this off real quick and disconnect the battery because we don't know if it has a power drain, which you know it does somewhere. We need gas. I'm gonna go get some more gas. Do we need anything else? We don't have any power steering. Do we have power steering belts? Yeah, there's a belt on the power steering, but we don't have any power steering. There's no belt on the AC compressor. So that's fine, we don't need that. We're gonna rip it apart. Gasoline. I'm gonna go get some gasoline. I'll be right back. I am back with the gasoline. Had a sandwich, got some gas. Went for a little ride. Now, I think it's time to see if this thing is stable enough that we can take it around the block and check out the transmission. It's not necessary we take this around the block, but it would definitely be way more preferable to make sure everything functions properly. Well, we are almost ready to go. I'm getting pretty excited about this one. I don't know why. This is a garbage parts RV, but it's been a long time since I've done an RV. Hook the fuel pump up, and let's jump back in, get it fired back up. We're gonna move it up and down the lane here real quick. Make sure everything's, you know, like the brakes are working and we can steer it. And then we'll take it out on the street. All right, fuel pump's pumping, battery's connected. Wires are hopefully not gonna melt on the exhaust, which they already have started. There we go. Let's give that a try. Try that again. Oh yeah, idle's high. There we go. All right, check my fuel line. That's good. All right, I think we're ready to give this a try. Let's see if she'll move now. All right, here we go. Brakes, still have brakes. Steer around this doghouse we bought for another project. Let's not hit that. Oh, she's moving. She's moving. All right, so far the first 100 feet are pretty good. Look at the spot that has been sitting for all these years. You can tell she was pushing into the ground there a little bit. All of this grass is dead and got something eating chestnuts or walnuts or whatever underneath of there. Yeah, that's the first time that it's been moved. Now I have a clear path down to the back of the property. We got to get this doghouse on that truck, that one with the C10. It belongs to the C10 that was smashed. If you look on my video playlist, I think the truck's over there somewhere, but we got one we need to finish up. I was going to do that today, but I got lazy. I want to play with an RV. All right, I'm going to move this up a little bit more, and then we'll have a little bit better look at it. Really responsive. I like that. All right, let's shut her down. All right, let's have a better look at this big goofy thing. And like I said before, it's got damage here. What all is, the window was broke, that's right. It's just disgusting in general. It's coming apart here. It's coming apart here. It's got rotted wood back there. I mean, this is just nasty. Look how nasty this is. I mean, if this wasn't so rotted and the seams coming apart, I mean, look at this whole door. It's just, the whole frame is just coming out. It's rotted. Everything is rotted and it's been patched up and siliconed. Somebody tried to put this back together probably 20 years ago, and they probably used it. Man, that's filthy. If this was in better shape, we would restore this or make it campable again, but this is just not, it's not good. We just need to take this apart, take that 360 out, which seems to be running pretty good, and put it in something else. Maybe, I don't know, how about the 63 Plymouth Belvedere, the old roadkill car. I took the engine out of this. It had a 6-cylinder, perfectly good running car, and I wanted to put that Hemi engine in it, Hellcat engine in it, and I didn't. But I did have the floor pans redone. It was in a world of hurt on the floor pans. Now those are all solid, but now it's just sitting here, ugly as sin, with no engine in it. 360 in this, or what about the Vice Grip Garage, what year, 77 I think, Dodge Avenger truck. Now, it already has a running 318 in it, and I'm pretty sure the camper has a 360 in it, which is way better shape. Should we put the 360 in this, or the Belvedere, or maybe something else? I do have a 440, and that is in this truck. Also on the channel, we did a revival on this one. We got it running, and did we take it around this block? I think we took it around the block. Shifts good, it runs okay-ish, but has a big 440 in it that, I don't know, does it really need to be in here? Look at that big monster 440. I mean, if we really want to get silly, we can take the 440 out of that, put it in the Belvedere, take the 318 out of the Vice Grip Garage, put it in this truck, and then take the 360 out of the RV and put in, I got lost, in the vice grip garage Avenger truck. I mean, we could do all that. That would be an insane amount of work, but I don't know. What do you think? Where should the 360 go? Where should a 440 go? Let me know. Maybe we can do something. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. We still have not taken this around the block. So I'm gonna open up the gate. I'm gonna grab a jump pack, maybe some more gas, maybe a fire extinguisher. It's not in our name, so if it starts on fire, we could just walk away. No one would know. Okay, let's go for a ride. All right, fuel pump back in, plugged back in. Here we go. Well, still starts up. Let's go for a ride around the block. And here we go. I tried to clean the windshield, but yeah, I didn't do a very good job. Let me check the gauges real quick before we pull out here. None of them work. Okay, we're ready. Yeah. Here it goes. Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing. First gear. Second gear. Got one more gear. Was that third gear? I don't know. I don't know if that was third gear or not. Well, we're moving. It's not bad. The speedometer works. We're doing 30 miles an hour. I'm not going to push it very hard. I just want to get it warmed up with skin real good and make sure everything works. It has 90,000 miles on it, it says. This is like a 5-place odometer, so it may have 230. That door came open. That's okay. It could have 109 or 190. It could have a 290,000 on it, but I'm pretty sure it only has 90,000 miles. These things just don't get driven. They sit way more than they get driven. Okay, well, I think it's time for a little traveling music, so let's go. The good news is it made it, and the power steering's starting to come back, but I think the carburetor's starting to load up. I had to get in it a couple times. You get the, I can see the fuel coming up through the carburetor. But all in all, it's not too bad. You can hear it starting to flood up. But when I hit the gas, clears out. And rev's nice. Sounds like a race car, but it doesn't want to sit there and idle. As soon as the gas comes back, it's starting to come up a little bit through here. See, whoops. See, it flooded itself out. So we got a float that is stuck there. No big deal. So you see all that steam, that's fuel going in there. I had to pull the fuel pump. Listen to that. It is just gurgling. The float is stuck, and I don't have a hammer to hit it right now, and it's just pumping gas right into the engine, which is not a good thing. And it just will not quit. Oh, that's lovely. So there's that. All right, I grabbed a hammer, but it's kind of hard to hit this thing. There's not enough room in there. Hopefully that does the trick, but it took me so long to run and get the hammer that this has probably filled the entire engine with gasoline. So I dare not turn the key, or it may turn into an incendiary device. So yeah, we're gonna have to let that sit for a little while. Maybe we might have to pull some of those plugs out in order to get that gas out. We're gonna let this cool down for a while, and we'll come back and try to get this fire back up again. Now, while we let that fuel evaporate out of that engine, drain out, or just go into the oil pan, I want to check out this generator, this Generac 1970, what did we say this year was? 87 generator. I'm not sure how any of this works. There's a switch here that says stop and start. Nothing happens. There's a fuse here that appears to be good. Is there a master switch on here somewhere that you have to flip? Does this have its own battery? It has a fuel line with, you know, there's nothing on the other end of this fuel line. Yep. Now, how is this oil? What's in this tank? I have no idea how any of this works. Is this oil tank? Yeah, it appears to be oil. Hydraulic fluid. Oh, how does this work? This is crankcase oil, but there's no fuel. Do you have to run it into a can, which is all mute if this doesn't start? Let's check inside to see if there's a master switch. All right, let's get into this awful mess of an RV. There's nothing here. There's no refrigerator. Like I said, there's no cushions. You can see all the junk is coming down. This thing is a mess. Let's see, there's a panel here, Generac. It just says start. Same thing as outside. Stop. Start. That doesn't do anything. I mean, it has to have a battery source. This is where it's at. It's right underneath of here, but there doesn't appear to be a cable. This goes to the furnace. This is just a tank under here, so there's no battery. I don't know. I do not know. Nothing. Well, what's underneath the sink? Just a pump, a water pump. We probably should take that out. The stove, the sink. I don't know. I don't see an external or a secondary battery for this thing anywhere. Okay, well, let's go back outside and look around. Okay. Do we see any lines? We can't see lines running anywhere. Maybe behind. What's behind here? Battery. Okay. Now we're talking. Recon 30-day warranty. I'm pretty sure that warranty's void. Okay, we got a couple lines. So let's put our jump pack on this and see if we get anything. So I yanked the old battery out. Hey, look, there's an adjustable. We can save on that. Negative cable, positive with is this a circuit breaker of some sort? Probably. What else do we have in here? Yeah. Outlet. Don't need that. All right. Let's hook the jump pack onto that and see what happens. All right. Positive is pretty corroded. Negative. There we go. And give it a little power. 12 volts going to there. Now Let's run back here and see if we have any power back here now. Oh, check that out. She spins over. Is this a carburetor? I guess there's a filter on there. Oh, that's stuck. Yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna pull this off real quick. We'll go get that brake fluid and we'll spray in there and see if this sucker fires up. Okay, I went ahead and got a little gas can here, and we are gonna stick this in here. I don't know if this will start or not, but if it does, I like to see if it'll draw some fuel. And then we got our brake clean again. I forgot to finish taking this cover off. And let's hit that with a few sprays and see if this thing will start up. Doesn't look like it. It was worth a try. It started. Man, that was easy. She's not drawing fuel at all. Well, maybe she was there a little bit. Maybe we should try that again. Maybe it was drawing fuel. I really don't know if it's drawing fuel or not, to be honest. I don't think so. I think it's just running that long off this brake fluid. It was dripping, but it was coming out of this housing right here. So I imagine that it was just running that long off this brake clean. Nice. It was smoking a little bit, but it started to clear up. Man, that is a score. I think the generator might be worth the $500 that we paid for the whole RV. It's a Generac. Okay, well, that was pretty exciting. I am more excited that that Generac generator runs after all these years, more so than I am about the engine in the RV running. I mean, it actually, I think it runs a little bit better than the RV engine. But the RV engine, I checked the numbers, this is a 360. So it's not the 440 that I thought I was getting, that I was told that I was getting, but it's still a good engine. So we're not going to fire it up anymore. We're going to let that sit for a while and get rid of some of that gasoline that's inside there. I mean, there's a lot of gasoline that went inside that engine. We're going to have to drain the oil and everything. But $500. This is just $500. We have a good Generac generator we can put on like the ramp truck or something, or another RV if we get another RV. Perfectly good Generac generator. We're going to pull that out of there. We're going to take those tires. Those tires, they're still good. They're not dry rotted and they have really good tread on them. Maybe we can use that on the ramp truck. Take that engine out. Let me know what to put this engine and transmission in. The Belvedere, the black truck, or one of the other cars. We can put it in a Ford or one of the Chevy pickup trucks. It doesn't matter. We'll put this engine. This is a good engine and transmission. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Street Rag Garage. Until next time.